Trump warns Beijing his trade terms will get much tougher if they play for time and hope a Democrat beats him as he forecasts China hemorrhaging jobs and companies while negotiations stall. Trump warns China that stalling for time on trade will make him demand more. White House fears a scenario where Beijing plays a waiting game through 2020. President says he would ramp up the pressure, make jobs and money flee China. China filed a WTO complaint Monday as a new round of U.S. tariffs took effect. Stock markets were down Tuesday morning after Trump's tweeted complaints by David Martosco, Hughes, political editor for DailyMail.com, published 1516 British Summer Time, the 3rd of September 2019, updated 1607 British Summer Time, the 3rd of September 2019. Donald Trump warned China on Tuesday that stalling for time on trade negotiations will carry a penalty if he's re-elected in 2020. Think what happens to China when I win. Deal would get much tougher, the president tweeted. Trump argued in a morning social media barrage that Beijing's economy could significantly deteriorate by January 2021, the month when either he begins his second term or a Democratic rival takes over the White House. While I am sure they would love to be dealing with a new administration so they could continue their practice of rip-off USA $600 billion per year, 16 months plus is a long time to be hemorrhaging jobs and companies on a long shot, he tweeted. In the meantime, China's supply chain will crumble and businesses, jobs and money will be gone, he added. President Donald Trump warned China on Tuesday that stalling for time on a trade deal and hoping a Democrat beats him in 2020 will only make him more demanding if he wins a second-term. Chinese President Xi Jinping's government filed a complaint Monday with the World Trade Organization after the Trump administration slapped 15% tariffs on a new list of exports to the U.S. The president tweeted that China would lose businesses, jobs and money if it plays a waiting game instead of negotiating a new trade pact. The president fired his warning shot less than 20 minutes before markets on Wall Street after a two-day holiday weekend. Traders did not like what they heard. The Dow Jones Industrial Average lost more than 350 points in the first half-hour of trading. A new set of Trump's 15% tariffs took effect Sunday, covering a portion of the $300 billion in goods from China that so far had been spared. Beijing had said it would retaliate by targeting $75 billion in U.S. goods, beginning immediately. Xi Jinping's government lodged a complaint against the Trump administration with the World Trade Organization on Monday, which was a holiday in the U.S. These American tariffs seriously violate the consensus reached by the leaders of our two countries in Osaka, Beijing's Commerce Ministry said, referring to trade talks in June. The Chinese side is strongly dissatisfied and resolutely opposed to that. In accordance with relevant WTO rules, China will firmly safeguard its legitimate rights and interests, the ministry added in a statement published on its website. The Dow Jones Industrial Average plunged Tuesday morning as traders reacted to the president's latest sign that global trade is becoming more unstable. Trump has long complained about America's trade deficits but has not succeeded in turning them around. Commerce Department data show the president also nixed the idea of working with European trading partners to put pressure on Beijing, saying in a tweet that he has a separate list of trade grievances against the EU. Trump launched his trade war in March 2018, demanding that China end practices widely seen as unfair, such as forced technology transfers from American firms and massive subsidies given to help Chinese enterprises undercut foreign rivals. The trade dispute has rattled markets and hit growth across the globe. Trade negotiations between the two countries have been at an impasse for months. Trump also cautioned Monday that he is not likely to join forces with the European Union in order to pressure China over trade. For all of the geniuses out there, many who have been in other administrations and taken to the cleaners by China, that want me to get together with the EU and others to go after China trade practices, remember, the EU will change, he vowed. The president did not identify the geniuses, whose views he was criticizing. Trump ran for president in part on a promise to shrink U.S. trade deficits all around the world. Commerce Department data, however, show the U.S.-China trade gap grew by 23.3% between 2016 and 2018, reaching a balance of $380.8 billion. That's more than half of America's $628 billion global trade deficit, a number that stood at $503 billion in 2016. Let's block ads. Why?